All right, so today we are doing the tier list on anime main characters and where they would end up, like where basically where they could go in the Dragon Ball story, right? Like how far could they go before they become useless? That is going to be the question that we are answering here. And I think this is going to be pretty fun. I'm recording this while live, so if you guys want to see this live, uh, come check out my Twitch. It's in the description, twitch.tv/birthroad. But let's get straight into it. Oh my god, Sugoi from Gabby. Yes. All right, we have Yusuke. Now, I want to keep in mind, if I say like World Tournament, that means he's not making it past the World Tournament. He could not be in the Saiyan Saga, right? Now, would Yusuke win the World Tournament? Absolutely, yes. So, obviously, he's not going to go there. I honestly think it's between Saiyan Saga or Cell Games. Now, I think he beats Raditz, so I think he gets stopped at Cell Games. Because Saiyan Saga kind of ends with Nappa, Vegeta, and all them. Now, he wouldn't have to fight Vegeta, probably, but he could take out Nappa. And I mean, there's an argument he could take out that form of Vegeta. Obviously, Yusuke at his peak powers is incredibly strong. So I think that's solid to say Cell Games. I think he could squeak past Saiyan Saga and make it to Cell Games. Next, we have Shinra. If I know anything about them from the manga, I will include it. Shinra, he could probably make it to current DPS. Let's be honest. He's basically Zeno of Fire Force. And so assuming his powers would just transfer over, because I'm not gonna lie, I don't do the power scaling stuff. I hate when people are like, oh well, the sheer power scale difference, their powers wouldn't be able to transfer over or whatever. I don't understand any of that, and I don't care. So we're gonna assume their powers stay the same. If he has the same powers that he gets in the manga, yeah, he's probably stronger than all of them. So yeah, we have Kiritsugu. Now, I think he could. He's not getting past the Saiyan Saga. I'll put him at World Tournament. I think he could potentially beat the World Tournament because obviously you saw Goku was allowed to use Kamehameha. Yes, Barry. Um, Goku was allowed to use that. Now, technically, it's not a weapon, but if Kirisugu is allowed to use his guns, then he gets past. Now, obviously, they definitely have a no weapon policy, or maybe not, because I swear Hercule uses one. Whatever. If he's not allowed a weapon, he's not getting past the World Tournament. But we're gonna say he prepared for something like that because he's very prepared always. So we'll say he squeaks past World Tournament. He ain't getting past Nappa or Raditz. Not even Raditz. Yeah, Raditz is taking him out. Next, we have Atsushi, who I mean, he'd be able to regenerate. I don't know if he could handle. I'm gonna say he also squeaks past. I'm gonna be very generous. I'm a very generous guy as it goes. So I'm gonna say more than likely just his regeneration and speed and I guess his claws. I guess you could call him. I think he could win in the World Tournament and make it past that. Our next we have Saitama. I mean, he's obviously gonna go in current Dragon Ball Super. I do not think he's stronger than Goku, but could he be very helpful in Dragon Ball Super? Yes, absolutely. He would still be very, very strong. But I'm not one of the people who thinks he's stronger than Goku. I don't think he is. But he could be very helpful. Next, we have Ichigo, who. He's definitely not getting past the Golden Frieza arcs. But I don't know. Does he get past the Majin arcs? Because he becomes very, very strong. It's just hard to scale Bleach because Bleach is set in an entirely like new world almost. I know it technically takes place on Earth, but its power system is so completely different from the rest. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say Golden Frieza. He does become very powerful, and he's a relatively smart guy. He has a lot of tricks up his sleeve. He has a lot of well, he's not going to have the allies, but he would basically be like another Goku in here, so he would be able to command the allies. He's not getting past Golden Frieza at all, but I think he could maybe handle Majin Buu. I feel like maybe. Now, I understand if you'd have him there. He's definitely getting past the Cell games, but the real question is, can he beat Majin Buu? I think, yeah, maybe not. I don't know. That one's actually so tough. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Does he get past Majin Buu? I don't know. Next, we have Sakura. He's not getting past the World Tournament. I mean, that's quick. Next, we have Deku. I don't think Deku's beating Nappa. I'm gonna be honest. He could probably beat Raditz, but Nappa, I don't see it happening. Yeah, and then if he happens to run into Vegeta, he's getting cooked by Vegeta. So unfortunate for Deku. Next we have Kenshin Himura. This is the same thing with Kiritsugu. If he's allowed, well, actually I don't know. Could Goku handle? No, if he's allowed his weapon, he'll win. He's a obviously very strong swordsman. Burr gives out feet pics for free. No, I do not. I accidentally leaked a picture of my foot in my Discord, which you guys should also join in the description. Thanks for the plug now. And they've been running with that. Nagi says not getting past World Tournament. Mob. Mob would get past the World Tournament. I don't. Did he get past the Saiyan Saga? Again, it's similar. If he runs into Vegeta, he's definitely losing. I feel like he could beat Nappa though, so I'm gonna put him in Cell games. I feel like that's really the only requirement there is do you beat Nappa? Obviously, I think Mob could get past Nappa, but he's not getting past Cell. Next, we have Reki Kaiyan World Tournament. These are also based off only shows I've seen, but I've seen quite a bit, so we're good. Next, we have Jonathan. He is a good fighter, but not good enough for the World Tournament. At this point, Goku's a martial art expert, and he has that Kamehameha. Jonathan's not doing it. Denji. Denji could beat the World Tournament, so I put him in Saiyan Saga. I don't think he beats Nappa. I think Nappa does one of those things, and Denji's dead. Next, we have Ash. I'm going to assume Ash with his Pokemon, by the way. Now, a lot of the characters could probably just speed glitch Ash, but let's just assume they let him take his Pokemon out, okay? Ash, I think... I don't know every Pokemon he's ever caught, but I think he'd get past the World Tournament, so I'll put him in Saiyan Saga. I don't think he beats Nappa, though. I just don't. I think Nappa could probably explode everything he brings out. Next, we have Asta, so anti-magic. Now, most people don't use magic. Asta, I think, is screwed. No, he's very strong. Goku's a master martial artist at this point. He's going to have no answer for the Kamehameha. And Asta's dumb as shit. He's not the greatest hand-to-hand combat fighter. I don't see how he beats Goku. It's just unfortunate because Asta's a lot stronger than a lot of people ahead of him. Now, I haven't read all the way in the manga, but I do know he gets like the Devil Pact and stuff, which I guess you could still include. So maybe with the Devil, actually, I'll move him up to Saiyan Saga because I do know he gets that. I just don't know what the capabilities are, but I assume enough to beat the World Tournament. Next, we have Baki. Baki is getting past the World Tournament. I think he beats Goku pretty easily, but he is not going to get past Nappa. There's just nothing he can do. He's master martial artist. That's it. Yuji, I think, gets past the World Tournament as well, but no further. Boruto. Could Boruto beat Nappa? That's tough. Boruto is very strong, but is he strong enough to beat Nappa? I do not think so. Sorry. Spike. Spike is a good martial artist as well, but not enough to win. He does not get past the World Tournament. Dante makes it quite far. I think the Majin arc. I don't think he could beat Boo, but I do think he has a good shot against Cell. I think against Cell. I mean, they both regenerate, right? I don't know. I think he could beat Cell. I feel like that's something he could do. He definitely is not beating Majin Buu, but Cell, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Does he beat Cell? Just from what I know, maybe not. Maybe we put him in Cell games. He doesn't get past Cell. That's a close one though. I'd like to see Cell versus Dante. Next, we have David. David would get past the World Tournament, but he's not getting past Nappa. Next, we have Decim. Decim would... He's not getting past Golden Frieza for sure. Does he beat Majin Buu? I think he beats Majin Buu. There's nothing Majin Buu could do to Decim. Yeah, there's literally nothing, and he's not smart enough. Yeah, I think Decim would win. The only one is Frieza, because Frieza, even if Frieza got stringed up, he'd still be able to beat Decim, I think. So Golden Frieza is definitely still beating him. I think he's up there. Tanjiro's not getting past the World Tournament. Giorno's current DBS, he would be the strongest character, obviously. He's super powerful. Next, we have Jinga. Yo, if he's allowed to use that Beyblade, he's getting past the World Tournament. Next, we have Rin. Rin, I feel like Cell games. I think he has... No, I don't think he beats Nappa. I don't know, though. Rin is very strong. No, he don't beat Nappa. He doesn't. It's hard to get one that beats Cell, but not Majin Buu. That's why I was thinking maybe Dante, but I don't know. Kirito doesn't get past the World Tournament. You gotta remember, Kirito's actually just a normal dude. He's just in the VR headset. That's not actually him. Edward's getting past World Tournament. He ain't beating Nappa. Onizuka, good martial artist, good fighter. He's not beating Goku. Aaron, with the rumbling. I mean, he ain't getting past Nappa. Gappy. Gappy. Could Gappy beat Cell? Probably. Could Gappy beat Majin Buu? That's a tougher one. Could he beat Majin Buu? I think maybe I'm going to give him the opposite of benefit of the doubt. I think we give him benefit of the whatever. Let's say he doesn't beat Majin Buu, because we got to have somebody get in this category. It'll just be Gappy, because he definitely doesn't beat Golden Frieza. That wasn't even a consideration for me. I think he could beat Cell. I don't know if he could beat Majin Buu, though. Yeah. There. Simon. This people are going to get mad. I'm not including the mech. So he's not getting past World Tournament. Gon could get past the World Tournament. He ain't beating Nappa. Gyro. Oh, Gyro could low-key beat Nappa. He could beat Nappa, but he's not getting past Cell. Hojo Tokiyuki, he's not getting past World Tournament. Ippo, he just has nothing to do with the Kamehameha. I can't beat that. Jin Mori would be current DBS. Obviously super broken. He's a god. He is basically Korean Goku anyway, so yeah. Jolene. She'd get past the World Tournament. I love Jolene, but yeah. Josuke, same thing. I don't think Josuke could do anything to Nappa. Jotaro now. Jotaro could beat Nappa, but he's not beating Cell. I don't think Star Platinum could do enough damage to Cell. Kurapika. None of these people would be spiders, so he would actually not get past World Tournament. Lelouch. Well. Actually, Majin Buu. This is a perfect one for Majin Buu, because he would tell Majin Buu to, end himself, and he would just revive, right? Gyro like the Greek kebab, yes. Yes, like the Greek kebab. I think, right? I mean, maybe he could tell. He would have to really understand how Buu works, and I don't think he'd have the time to do that. I think he'd have to try something, and it wouldn't work. Now, you could maybe say the same about Cell, but I don't know. I think he'd be able to stop Cell. Low-key, if he was smart, he would just tell him to be peaceful for the rest of your life and beat them, so... Yeah, Loki, I mean, Lelouch is incredibly smart. He could just be in current DBS. He could. Because he could do that to Frieza. The only thing with Majin Buu is, like, if he regenerates, does it reset? That's my question. But, again, if he's smart enough, it's just like, hey, just be peaceful the rest of your life. What's he gonna do? I'm gonna put him on current DBS. He's strong as hell. Next we have Light. Light is super smart. I don't know how this would work. I think that Death Note only works on humans. But he ain't getting past the World Tournament. Because there's no way to figure out Goku. Nobody on Earth knows Goku's name. So he'd have to fight Goku, and he'd get his ass whooped. Lucy. Lucy with her summons could get past the World Tournament. Saiyan Saga, no. Nappa's killing him. Mashal's beating Nappa. I don't think he's getting past Cell. I'm gonna be honest. Luffy with Gear 5. Did he beat Nappa? No, if he could beat Nappa, I'm gonna be honest. I think he ends at Saiyan Saga. Naruto, I think it'd be close against Nappa. I think he beats Raditz, but I'm gonna say he does not. Joseph, we all know Joseph. He's current DBS. No, but actually, he's not even winning the World Tournament. Sugimoto, he has a shot at the World Tournament, but I would say no. Thorfinn, I would say no as well. So that's the list. I think it's pretty solid. If you disagree with anything, let me know in the comments, and yeah, I'll make sure to reply to them. So yeah, thanks for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, join Discord, come check out Twitch.